I can prove you right now that you can become a millionaire without going to university and getting a degree and applying for a 9 to 5 job that you don't even like. These millionaires nowadays, like some of them barely know how to read and write, but also like you see like a doctor who has 4 degrees and barely makes 100K in a year, while the millionaires like barely read and write. Now, I'm not telling you that you shouldn't really go to university and apply for your dream job. Like, if your dream job needs a degree, then go ahead, go do what you like to do. But I'm just trying to tell you that you don't need to get a degree to become a millionaire and to become successful. There are a lot of other ways. But today we're going to talk about how these millionaires who can barely read and write became millionaires. Like, how did that, like, why? How did that happen? They don't even have a degree. They don't have, like, any type of job skill. Because if you look at these entrepreneurs nowadays, most of them lived a fucked up life. Like, they had really fucked up moments in their lives, and they might have like said that in their interviews or in their videos, like if they post on YouTube, or like they write it down, or they have told us that they lived a very fucked up life in the past. But how did these poor junkies turned into millionaires? It's only one word that I can tell you: experience. If you look at David Goggins, you probably know him, especially in the self-improvement niche. If you read his book, you can see his childhood. It was full of trauma and sadness, and he was looking at dead bodies when he's young. Can you imagine that, seeing a dead body while you're young? That's gonna fuck up your whole mentality for the rest of your life. And it's gonna be so hard to heal. But actually, that rough life, that rough childhood that he went through, gave him experience on a lot of stuff. He found that he really should improve and start to work on his goal, which is getting into the Navy SEALs at that time when he like became fat. And now he's a multimillionaire. Just because he gained experience, really good experience in his childhood. Now, I'm not telling you that you should really have a rough childhood, but I'm gonna tell you what to do after the other example. Now, if you look at Conor McGregor too, he is an MMA fighter. He got to the UFC, he got to the championships, but before that, he was living at his fucking worst state possible. Like, his car, he used to say that in his interviews, he was visualizing that he was driving a Ferrari while his car, it needs to be pushed to start. Now, what is he? He was a double champion in the UFC. He has a whiskey brand and also a fashion, MMA gear and sportwear company. How successful is that? And he didn't like get into a degree in school. He didn't do anything. He just gained experience. In conclusion, these men are getting to success because they get more and more experience. But the most question that most people ask themselves is, how do I get this experience? What type of experience should I get to get successful? Everything you do in this life gives you experience, but it really depends on the quality of it. So as I'm recording this video, I've gained experience for the next video. I might perform better in the next video. The hate comments that I had in the last video about fat people, I gained experience from it. I actually like expected it, like I'm not really surprised of that. But I'm still proud of myself that I've actually made that video without fear. You should get out of the comfort zone and start going out and gain experience. You get experience by living at the real in the real world. So as you can see, those introverted people who watch anime and shit, they stay inside, they stay in the fucking house. That's why like they don't have any social skills, they don't have any, will to become successful because they don't even know reality. They just watch these 2D animations and, fry up their dopamine receptors. What you should really do is go outside, talk to people, ask them questions. If you like see a successful man or a woman, maybe just ask how did they get successful, and you might actually get really good information, but also experience. So, for example, if you're a YouTube, you're gonna ask that successful man, how did he get successful, and he's gonna tell you like one, two, three, four, and you go to that video and you tell them, you tell your audience a story that you've met that man, he's successful, he's a millionaire. You ask him how did he get to that level, and you're basically gonna tell them, the audience, what he told you. You basically got a full script of a video ready without even trying, with just asking. That's how you get experience. You should like experience exploring new streets in your town, or like streets that you've never been in, and you might like actually found a very crazy funny thing right there, and you can go like out with your friends and tell them that story. Or maybe like if it's about self-improvement, or if it's about your niche in YouTube, you can ask like speak about it in YouTube. You should really go outside and experience the real world to get that experience that can make you a millionaire. Basically, get out of the comfort zone. I hope that this video helped you, and I'll see you soon.